Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Jelly Roll from CZT Suzanne McNeill. So I got to this one just rather, interestingly. You'll find out in a couple days because there was a different tangle I was working on, and as I was working on it, I'll explain it when I present it in a few days. It's really, really pretty, but it kind of took me down a rabbit hole that was going to take a little bit too much time that I did not have today. So I looked for something quick, easy, and I found this jelly roll, except that there were no step outs because of, it's explained on the for more inspiration. Like I put Linda Farmer's, because I found it on Tangle Patterns. Some of Suzanne's, she has permission to copy the step outs from something else and put them in there. This one either, missed or whatever, doesn't matter. So anyway, so I was like, okay, you're on a mission. Let's deconstruct this ourselves. All right, very good. So in doing this, and then I thought jelly roll because, well, jelly rolls are festive. Being that it's December and I'm doing Festivus Tangleus, we must have jelly rolls and other type of desserts for, to be festive with, right? Okay, so this starts off with a big print up, a big spiral. But the one caveat from Linda's picture is in the center. It's kind of like a spiral with a fancy fescue end. And if you're not familiar, I will show you. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Now, how do I get that in? And I'm wanting to, so let me show you the several ways that I've had to do this. And because if you have a challenge, then maybe one will fit. Or you just kind of go, yep, it doesn't matter how we do it. As long as the result is the same, it's good. The first way I was doing it was, I'll just start here in the middle, was to start on the outside. Whoops. Paper's getting away. And you want to leave big, gaps in there. And then when you get to the center, then you just come right back on itself like that. Shoink. And we would fill that in. Now, then I went, oh, yeah, that's nice. And then I went back and looked, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's nice. Except that all of hers are closed, we should say. When I do print tops, sometimes I do them open, sometimes I do them closed. It doesn't matter. So then I'm like, well, that's okay. We can do the takeoff and land and trace a little bit over here and continue it around. And it's our secret, right? The other way was, well, and this might work better. It just depends. If you're maybe wanting to have some gathered and have a tight fit, have it go under, like with hollow bow. So in that case, I did this. So I'm just going to do it like a regular print tops, but wider for those little things. And then, well, just come back on itself and then come back afterwards and take off and land that. Because we're filling it in anyway. And quite honestly, not seeing, I don't have the book that this is in. This is in Suzanne McNeill's Zentangle 3 book. And then in another one called Zentangle Fabric Arts. So I don't know, maybe she just has an orb there. I'm only seeing from Linda Farmer's. Okay. Another way I decided to try it was, well, I'm going to put a big orb. And then I could start, and actually right where I stop it, then I'll start my spiral there. It works just fine as two, Well, I need to have more than that. But anyway, I can do those. I can do some others afterwards. Okay, so wait, did I have, I can't remember if I had one more or not. But anyway, you find a way to make it work. And then after that, then we're just going to, let's see, I don't think it matters which direction. I'm going to have it curve in. This is what I had been doing because that's what it looks like. Yeah. is, you can see how this is kind of curved. I was like, well, we'll just continue that curve. And we're just doing little teeny C-shaped curve lines, and you separate them, as far or as close as you want, up to you. Going around the edge. And I have to admit, when I was doing it on the step out and on this step, I'm like, this looks like a creepy eyeball. And I'm just going to say it and get it out. It doesn't, it only because of the red and the black. It doesn't so much with this, but just because I was using the red. Look at me getting these smaller. They don't need to be smaller here. Sheesh. And then I would just, like this, you just keep turning your tile. And if you're doing it one way, then it goes with the curve the way you probably would want it to. And then just small. And then you're done. All right. And again, and I'll finish these two, and then we'll do some shading. But I was just like, what a neat addition to print tops or something that maybe you want to use it as a filler. Although these I think will only, well, I don't want to say only. And going from what Linda wrote in her little blurb about it, these you might want to do them bigger than regular print tops. However, if you wanted to mix some cinnamon buns, because that's what we think print tops looks like sometimes, with your jelly rolls, I'm sure that it would be just fine. And actually that could be a really neat pairing. And then you just reserve, this for larger ones. And that's cool. All right, I'll save that other one. Let's do some shading. And the way I like what Linda did, and so I'm gonna copy it, because that's the best thing to do. And if you come up with something else, of course. So I'm just gonna put some graphite along the line that we put those curve lines on. Okay, I'm tired of turning it. I'm going to break my rules. This is my own rules, so they could be broken. Okay. And then we'll spread this out. Actually, even though she called them jelly rolls, they do have, just like print tops can have like a shell, seashell type of look to it. And especially, with this kind of pattern in there, it could certainly look like that. I'm going to use what's left over right here, because I would really like to have a little bit more gradient. And one thing, this almost same issue that I have had with when you're shading and you have like straight, I'm going like this where you can't see me, straight lines. And it's like if you only shade to that line, then it looks like it's just filled in. This was kind of looking that way as well. And not that that's bad, because you want the shading where that is. So maybe staying a little bit under those lines or going over it, if that kind of thing bothers you too. I feel like you don't see, like, well, I feel like, yeah, again, it looks like it's just being colored in and not having a gradient. Probably could have kept it even closer. Maybe I'll try that on this last one. We'll see. And then I'll add some other things in. So while I do this one, if you're enjoying this, and I hope you are, I would appreciate if you click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. In the description section is where you'll find the step out. Because usually I have, more than just me. But that's where you'll find it. And also below that, ways to connect with me. So again, if you enjoy it, would love to have you connect. I have links to my website where you can follow my blog, my Facebook page, so you can follow for classes and other notices. And then also we have a wonderful Facebook community group page, and it's a lot of fun. So there's a link there. And just by the way, I'm going to see, I was going to try to make it real close. Just barely put some in. And that takes a lot of concentration, so. All right. So I do classes twice weekly, just by the way. And if you're watching this at the time of the recording and you are interested and maybe you have some time off or something, that just gave me a really good idea. We'll see if I don't want to say it. Maybe I'll implement it. But if you have some time off and want to come join us, I do them twice weekly, but it's twice in each day. So essentially it's 4 times. Started doing that a while back and just wanted to continue. So that's what we do. Same content for both sessions. It's just twice the fun. So, and some people come to both and we have a great time. All right, I'm going to just do a couple other extra ones because I don't want to just have 3. They've got this empty space here. Oh yeah, I'm going to draw a small one apparently. I don't know if I'm doing that well. We'll finish it off. Yeah, real small. Okay, we're going to test the, does it matter? Well, of course it matters, because you don't want just the bite-sized jelly roll. You want a big one. And apparently I'm doing straight lines on this one, so there we go. Okay, it's still cute. All right, let's see if I can... I had mentioned... Oh, here we go. I can get that one behind there and off the page. And we'll finish it there. Okay. And this, you can almost do like a little S shape. If kind of having that come back on itself kind of throws you. It's just from that end, take off and land concept, just finish it around with an S shape and merge that S shape into the existing line and you should be good. All right. Super fun. It's nice to have a number of these kind of things just, in your mental toolbox. So if it's like, well, I don't want to do the regular old print tops. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do, whoops, I just knocked the camera. Ooh, sorry, that wasn't your eyes. Talking with my hands as if. Like I said, it's just nice to have, different varieties of similar things in our head. So that way we can, sometimes it's fun to I want to do something just a little bit different, but I don't know what it is. Well, this could be one. There's also one, it was called Urchin, I think, because it looked like a sea urchin. And we had the little lines, and those ones were smaller, but the lines were kind of coming on the outside. So it was still different enough. And just really, really neat. And now this one, that's the only, oh no, well, this one's kind of butted up against each other. They're not really overlapping, but let's get this first. And then what I would do And what I am going to do is we're going to go darker here because it's overlapping, and bring it out a little bit like that. You know, these, since I did do that one first, just put a little bit darker right there. Similar idea. There we go. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you click the like button. And I hope we'll see you sometime, you know, maybe on a session, or as I am getting some of the replays that are so far behind on done, you can watch those if you go to well, actually, in that Linktree link, I have a link that goes right to this YouTube page, to the beginning of it. But you can click on my name or picture, and that'll, whoops, oh, wow, be careful. That'll take you right to that homepage, and you can search the playlists. And I probably need to pare those down a bit. I have a lot. Oh, see, look at that. Add some, oh, wait. This could also, well, and on Linda's, she filled the whole thing in with black. But if we were to just have some extra fun, with a little extra drop shadow action, sometimes that's just fun to do. Sometimes it's just what it needs. Just a little extra. Ha! Like that. Oh my gosh. That's remarkable. The shading never, I mean, for me, it just never gets old. It's so fascinating. So fascinating. Voila. Really cool. All right. So again, hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, maybe we'll see you online sometime in a class, or if not, you know, feel free. We do have some fun conversations with those that put stuff in the comments, and that's a ton of fun. So feel free to leave comments and all of that. So thank you so much again for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.